just gonna hop on for a second and talk about fears. Specifically, one of my past mastermind clients wrote this to me. She said, I was worried. I was worried that even though other people saw results or were seeing results or would see results, that I wouldn't, because I didn't have anything of value to offer, and it just wouldn't work for me for some reason, because I wasn't good, quote good, or worthy as the other people in the group. Have you guys ever felt this way about anything? It doesn't have to be about joining my mastermind, but it's just this comparisonitis that can come up regardless of any situation where you're like, well, I'm not going to get the same results as they did, or I don't have as much value to add as they do, so I won't get the same results that they did, or there must be something special and magic and unicorn about them, and I don't have any unicorn sauce myself, and so it's just not going to work for me. These are excuses, right? And it's also comparisonitis. So first of all, I just want to say that the woman who had these fears is now booking discovery calls. She is now converting those discovery calls into paying one-on-one clients. She discovered, this is so cool, just recently, she discovered an amazing intuitive gift that she had no idea she had before, tapping into people's Akashic records. And she was able to discover that, and she didn't know about it previously. And she's also grown her Instagram by over 2,500 people in the few months that we've been working together. So the second thing is that comparisonitis is the death of our joy. It's the death of our joy. So when you think that you aren't worthy as someone, or you're not good as somebody at something, or you're not as valuable as them, etc., then you rob yourself of fulfillment. How can you ever feel fulfilled if you're always comparing yourself and finding people who have more, or make more money, or are healthier, or have more something, or are prettier? If you're constantly comparing yourself, you are also robbing yourself of fulfillment and ultimately joy. Comparison is the death of our joy. So there's always going to be, you can always find in your mind someone who you think is better than you at anything. But when you drop comparison and realize that of course people are going to love you, of course you're going to get results, of course you are worthy of this, then your energy starts to shift, and your most common and frequent thoughts are no longer, oh, I'm not as good as this person, I'm not as worthy as this person, I don't know as much as that person, and instead it's, of course I have something to share with the world, of course I'm going to get results, of course I have value, of course people want to hire me. And by changing those most frequent thoughts, you actually shift your energy, and you can reprogram your brain as well. So your vibration shifts, and when you realize that your power is in being you and in being authentic to yourself, and you fully own that and you step into that, then people are going to come knocking at your freaking doorstep, and then you're going to have to turn people away, because we also love to see people who are in their power, who are in their zone of genius, and who are living their life's purpose. We are attracted as a whole society to people like that they just feel like there's something about their energy that feels so good. Thirdly, is that discovering what it is that you do have to offer, or what your magic special sauce is, what your zone of genius is really super duper hard when you're not doing anything to figure it out, when you're not practicing, when you're not putting yourself out there, when you're not experimenting. So you're not trying to figure it out, and instead we might be sitting at home thinking, well, I don't know if I have anything to add to people's lives, and just thinking it and wondering it and expecting it to just like snap into our mind. And that doesn't always happen. It doesn't always just like this epiphany of like, oh, I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to help and serve the world. It doesn't always happen. So instead, we can get off our hot little booty and start exploring this question. Well, what is it that I have to offer the world? What is my magic? How will I use my magic? What is my zone of genius? And what form will it take on? And also, conversely, what am I not excited about doing? Sometimes if we don't know what it is our magic is or what we want to do, we can actually learn a lot by just asking ourselves, well, what is it that I'm not excited about? What doesn't make me feel lit up and stoked inside? And we can narrow it down by process of elimination as well. So it is only by taking the steps to figure this out that you start to discover it and peel back the layers of it. And that's part of my magic, is helping people see their magic. I help you peel back those layers, and I also can pinpoint and identify in people's energy and just like their soul what their heart is being drawn to, and also things that they haven't considered themselves. And that's part of the benefit of a coach, is that you have somebody to bounce ideas off of, or you just ramble on for 5 minutes and talk about something, and after what seemed like your disorganized rambling, I'm like, okay, got it, this is what it is. And you're like, oh my God, yes, that's what I was trying to say. So those are 3 of my responses to this comment, that she's obviously worked with this fear. This is not a fear for her anymore, but it's, I think, one that many people can relate to, is they're like, oh my God, am I going to get those results? And what makes me special? Do I have value? Do I have worth? Can I charge? All those things that go through your mind as an entrepreneur, I want you to know that we can work through them and to consider those 3 things I brought up today. And if you are thinking about the Empath Entrepreneur Mastermind, the cart closes tonight and there's 1 spot left. So it's got your name on it. If you want to put your name on it and claim it, I'll pop the link below. And to all of you who are working through and starting to transition through your own fear, walking onto the hot coals and saying, I'm going to do this anyways. I honor you. I respect you. I see you showing up in your power and making a conscious decision to process and be able to recycle that fear into excitement or purpose or understanding of yourself or the world and what might be triggering and fearful for you. And there's so much underneath that fear that you can learn from. So I wish you all lots of growth and being able to transition out of your fear and into your joy and your love state. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a beautiful rest of your Monday.